I brought these books from home. They're only a small portion of the books you've written. What was there in your life, especially your early life, that would give you the thoughts to fill so many books?
Hard work, training, and a good environment. I was very fortunate in having lived as a child and as a young boy in an environment where there were many people I could revere, people concerned with problems of inner life, of spirituality, of integrity. Let me give you a dramatic, fictitious picture. Here stands a man, and I tell you, this is a man who has no problems. Do you know why? He's an idiot. Because a man has problems. And the more complicated, the richer he is, the deeper are his problems. This is our distinction: to have problems, to face problems. Life is a challenge, not just a satisfaction. And the calamity of our time is to reduce life to pleasure only. I'm not against pleasure, but the greatness of life is experience in facing a challenge rather than just having satisfaction. I would be frightened if I were to be ruled by a person who is satisfied, who has the answers to everything.
If God were to control every aspect of man's life, it would not be living. Then that raises the question, why pray to God then? If God is not going to interfere, if God is not going to intervene, if God is not going to help, what is the role of prayer?
First of all, let us not misunderstand the nature of prayer, particularly in Jewish tradition. The primary purpose of prayer is not to make requests. The primary purpose of prayer is to praise, to sing, to chant. Because the essence of prayer is a song, and men cannot live without a song. Prayer may not save us, but prayer may make us worthy of being saved. God is the meaning beyond absurdity. And the idea of judging a person in terms of black or brown or white is an eye disease. In a free society, some are guilty, all are responsible. That this world in itself is so fantastically mysterious, so challengingly marvelous, that not to realize that there is more than I see, then there's endlessly more than I can express or even conceive in just being underdeveloped intellectually. I came out with a very strong rebuke. I would say I'd rather go to Auschwitz and give up my religion. And that my being Jewish is so sacred to me that I am ready to die for it. I would say to young people a number of things, and I have only 1 minute. I would say let them remember that there is a meaning beyond absurdity. Let them be sure that every little deed counts, that every word has power, and that we can do everyone our share to redeem the world, in spite of all absurdities and all the frustration, all disappointments. And above all, remember that the meaning of life is to build life as if it were a work of art. You're not a machine. When you are young, start working on this great work of art called your own existence. You see, God is absent, invisible, and the task of a human being is to represent the divine, to be a reminder of the presence.